What's up, all my horror fanatics out there? Welcome back to Late Night Frauds. I'm your horror host for this evening, the Jay Sloan or Jordan, back here to do another video for you. And as you guys know, this week we've been talking about our top 5 favorite horror sequels. Now to every horror franchise, there is sequels, there's good, there's bad, and then there's just some plain awful sequels. So I'm going to be counting down my top 5. And I'm also going to be talking about some honorable mentions that just didn't quite make the top 5. So, yeah, first of all, I want to say I apologize for being absent last week, last Friday, which is my day. It's on Friday. I had the video already not uploaded, but I had it shot, and I was going to upload it, accidentally deleted it. It was actually The Stand versus I Am Legend, and I was really looking forward to doing that battle. So, yeah, thanks, All Random Things, for filling in for me, man. You're a good friend. Also, I want to apologize for no video being uploaded on Wednesday, which isn't my day. That's the Horror Dude on Wednesday, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. But, yeah, without further ado, also this video, depending on what time you're watching it, may be uploaded on Thursday, because it is Thursday right now, because I'm going to my uncle's house tomorrow. But you may be watching it on Friday anyway, so it might all work out. So I'm going to be talking about my top 5, from 5 to 1, 5 being the least out of the best, and 1 being the best, my favorite horror sequel of all time. So, yeah, so first of all, we have A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, The Dream Master, which is my favorite sequel out of the Nightmare on Elm Street series. And this one is basically due to nostalgia factor. This is not the most well-made out of the series, or out of any of the sequels. Well, it's definitely one of the best well-made out of the sequels. There's some pretty bad sequels. But I don't know, the nostalgia factor in this one. I had this one on VHS as a kid, and it's the one I remember watching the most out of the entire series, including the original. And I love the soundtrack to this one. It has a very good 80s vibe to it. If you love the film, you watch the film, you know what I'm talking about. It has a good 80s feel to it. This is one where, the old Elm Street kind of dies, and it brings in the new school generation, Alice. And I really dug the storyline. I think the acting was done pretty well. The direction the film went, I liked it, and I really liked it. Freddy, Robert Englund definitely took his character of Freddy in a different tone in this one. In the Dream Warriors, it kind of got there, but it goes way there in this one. And I love this sequel. Part 4, what's up with Part 4s? Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter. Which is now my favorite Friday the 13th sequel out of the series. I love this one because it has a different feel than the first 3 films. The original, the second one, and the third film. I really dug this one. It had Corey Haim in it. Not Corey Haim. Sorry, thinking about Lost Boys. Had Corey Feldman in it, which was also in Lost Boys. 2 Coreys. And he plays Tommy Jarvis. And I just think this one's, it's different from the first 3. The first 3 were set, around Camp Crystal Lake and that type of environment. This one is set, in that type of environment, but it has a different feel. If you know what I'm talking about, if you agree, disagree, whatever, I just think it has a different feel to it than the other 3 did. And I really enjoy it. Not to say I don't like the other 3. I love the first 3. I think they're the first 4 I think are the best. But this is probably my favorite sequel of the series. I used to like Jason Lives the best, which I'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, I love this one. The ending was really awesome with Tommy Jarvis. I just love this movie. So yeah, moving on to number 3, and it's Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, from 1988, I believe. You guys know I'm a huge Halloween fan. I'm just going to leave it at that. And this one, after the bombshell of Halloween 3, this one kind of brings back Michael Myers in an excellent way. This one brings, Donald Pleasance back to the role as Dr. Sam Loomis. It's got Ellie Cornell, Daniel Harris, Sasha Jensen, Michael Patchke, I believe. The phone's ringing, I'm not going to answer it. But I really enjoy this movie. Like I said, it's my second favorite sequel out of the original series. So, yeah, let me see. Okay, I just love this movie. I've never really talked to anybody, like I said previously in one of the videos. I've never really talked to anybody who disliked this sequel. This is a lot of people's favorite sequel out of the series, and some people even think it's overrated. I think it gets all the credit it deserves, and I really enjoy this movie. Or really love this movie, I should say. My second favorite horror sequel of all time, from 1986, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, starring Bill Moseley. I'm trying to think of the other girl's name. Caroline Williams. Sorry, I don't know why I forgot that. Bill Moseley, Caroline Williams, Dennis Hopper. This movie, I love this movie. I know there's some haters out there. That's great. You're entitled to your own opinion. But I love this movie. I love the comedic aspect to it. Top just steals the show. And I think Tobe Hooper's direction in this one was well. Not to say that the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a masterpiece. I feel this one's a masterpiece as well. I love it. It's my second favorite horror sequel. But I don't think it's as good. No, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's as good as the original in any way. But I do love this movie a lot. It's just, you guys watch my channel, my channel, The Jay Sloan, I love this movie. So, moving on to my favorite horror sequel of all time, yes, from 1981, Halloween 2. Now, before I go into depth with this, don't buy this edition. I just thought I would mix it up by showing you guys this edition. This is a very shitty edition with a nice cover art. Don't get fooled. I've been showing different editions of Halloween 2 every time I do a video. And I just figured I'd mix it up and show this edition since I hadn't really shown it because it's such a piece of shit. So don't buy this edition unless you're a true collector of the series, because otherwise it's worthless. It really is just a worthless edition. If you don't have the movie and you have to buy this, then buy it. But the PQ is just terrible. But anyways, Halloween 2, what can I say? More the night he came home. Literally picks up a minute after the original left off. And, in a way it had the same feel, but in a way it felt completely different. And I love that feel. I love, Michael is more brutal than he is in the original film. And the acting in this one from the whole cast is just superb. It's just outstanding. And I love this sequel. I will always love this sequel. It'll always be my favorite horror sequel of all time. And yeah, you guys notice I haven't been reviewing these films. We are not... this theme is not about reviewing the films. It's about talking about our top 5 and explaining why. So yeah, going through my top 5 once again. A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. Friday the 13th, Final Chapter. Let's see, Halloween 4. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, and Halloween 2. So now let's talk about films that didn't make the cut, that weren't quite good enough to be in top 5, but definitely in top 10 to top 20. So first I want to talk about Halloween H2O. I absolutely love this sequel. It's the 6th film. It's literally after top 5. I absolutely love this sequel. I know a lot of people don't. Whatever, I dig it. A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, which is, in my opinion, actually better than Part 4, but for nostalgia reasons, that has to be in my top 5, because I prefer that one over this one, because it's a love, I don't know, it's just a weird love between these two movies, but I actually think it's more well-made than Part 4. I love A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. Leprechaun Part 3, disagree with me, agree with me, I love this sequel. I fucking love this sequel. I think it's funny as hell. Child's Play 2, fantastic sequel. Definitely will be up there. Phantasm 2. No, this is 3. Sorry. Phantasm 2, awesome sequel as well. Leatherface, done really well. Psycho 2, Pet Sematary 2. I have Pet Sematary 2. My sister's borrowing it right now, so can't very well show it. Pet Sematary 2, Psycho 2, Friday the 13th Part 2, Part 3, Part 5 was good. Part 6 was pretty good. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Scream 2, Scream 3 was decent. Most of the sequels, without an exception of like 2 or 3, are not complete shit. The Next Generation for TCM. Yeah, I'm not going to get into that. You guys know how I feel about that movie. But no, there's a few movies that, sequels in the series that are just complete shit. But, some sequels from the main horror franchises have done really well. But I love all these sequels. It wasn't too hard to pinpoint my top 5 because they've always been my top 5, with the exception of one, which is the final chapter, which was a new addition in there. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to show you guys some films that didn't quite make the cut because I didn't want to leave any out, and I know if I left some out, I apologize. Not that I don't like them; it's just that I just forgot to show them. But there are so many more horror sequels that I love that I couldn't mention all in one video. So I hope you guys liked this video. Hope I didn't ramble on too much. Pretty tired, actually. Been up for a long time, all day and all night. So yeah, I want to share a story really quick. This is just me, my tired self talking. I pre-shot this video literally 10 minutes ago now, and I had to delete the footage, because as I was talking, my foot started itching, and I was itching pretty badly, and there was a spider about that big, and it was funny footage. I should add it in as a blooper, like I was, oh my god, there's a spider, I had to kill the spider. Anyways, I thought that was funny to add in there. I know I'm just talking on top of my head here. Thank you guys for watching. There's my top 5 horror sequels. Hopefully you enjoyed. Comment below and tell me what's your top 5. I would really like to know. So yeah, I'm the Jay Sloan. Thanks for watching Late Night Frights. Keep it horror. Peace.